Hey, what's going on? Coach Luka here with another section of Ask Luka. So today I want to talk about something that, we get this a lot, okay? So we get people that are here a lot of times for transformation goals, a lot of times fat loss / weight loss goals. And now you may notice this come up many times. Is it possible, right, to undereat and still gain weight? Or is it possible to undereat and not continue to lose weight? Now, the thing is, you can't cheat the law of thermodynamics, right? So if calories in is more than calories out, you're going to gain weight. But there's so many complicated things to happen on the back end of those two different equations, from your metabolism to your genetics to food absorption rates to you name it, right? So there's a lot of stuff. But what I wanted to touch on today is one of the big mistakes that happen when people start going on a program to lose weight. And, let's say that they have a daily kind of goal to hit about 1,500 calories a day. And, with 1,500 calories a day, they'd be losing weight or be losing fat. And yet they're not, or they may even be gaining it. Now, here's the kicker. Okay, we talk about that having a 10 to 20% of meals a week, where you can kind of go splurge a little bit, have the things that you want, because that's going to help you lose weight, right? If you try to be 100% on a certain meal plan, that's probably not the smartest way to go about it, right? But that's a story for another day. Here's the thing. So when I went to Cheesecake Factory the other day, and for purposes of research, I decided to, eat what I usually eat on maybe a big splurge day, and decided to look over the calories. Okay, so with a couple appetizers, I tend to do a couple appetizers, a main meal, and then a piece of cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory, I ended up eating over 4,000 calories in that meal. Now, here's the thing. This is what I'm trying to point out. Now, somebody that's being pretty diligent throughout the week and, staying within the right amount of, calories consumed for their goals, right? When maybe 2 meals a week, they end up being 4,000 calorie meals. Once you look at the whole week, that's 1,000 calories extra per day plus. And now all of a sudden, now you're over where you should be. Does that make sense? So there's been a big study on like what people seem, right? What they seem to eat. And every person underestimated the amount of carbs and fats they ate in a day and overestimated the amount of protein they ate in a day. So now, these numbers were off by 20, 30, even 40%. So a lot, right? So this is the reason why tracking helps, right? I'm a person that believes more in behavior change and habits more so than, getting somebody that's just starting off and giving them a ton of numbers and macronutrients and stuff. But you have to assess to create awareness of where you're at. And remember, like, the numbers are off, right? Literally the numbers on the packaging of meals could be as much as 25% off. The amount of calories that you absorb and use could be up to 25% off. So that's a big gap. But what does happen is it gives you some insight on what's truly going on. So a meal, you have 2 big splurge meals a week and you're not really paying attention to what's going on. But all of a sudden, those 2 big meals can literally put you over, I would say the energy in becomes more than energy out because you didn't seem to think it was as much as it was, right? So really pay attention to, like I said, what are these possible limitations in your week and in your lifestyle that are setting you back. And once again, really, to me, nutritional coaching and helping somebody overcome, I would say the obstacles and the struggles when it comes to weight is really like a detective, right? We investigate and find a limiting factor. We create strategies and tools around it to eliminate it and move on to the next one. And so that's how you have to look at your day, and that's how you got to look at your lifestyle and be like, okay, what is the maybe lowest hanging fruit? Something that's not overly stressful or like overly, I would say, overwhelming when you think about it. But lowest hanging fruit, what is something that you can change right now? Maybe your breakfast, right? Having a delicious smoothie that you love to have, versus what you're currently having, or maybe not even have breakfast at all. Or how can you drink a glass of water before every meal? How can you raise your protein intake throughout the day, right? And that becomes your only habit, your only thing that you're worrying about because it's a limiting factor. And from there, you end up pushing forward and moving on to the next and the next thing. As slowly as you're eliminating limiting factors, your metabolism improves, your hormones improve, right? You're improving your energy in and energy out balance to a state where you're starting to lose weight, having more energy, and so on and so forth. So pay attention to that one, I would say that one obstacle that hits a lot of people where they're having a couple, 2, 3 really big meals a week, but they're so big, not knowing, not purposely knowing, but like not knowing exactly what's in those meals that can throw off the rest of the week. All right, so pay attention to that. I'll be back with Ask Luka next time. Peace out.